Okay, as you can see, we are doing, I guess, part 2 of the estate video, because last time I did the best I could to explain some flanking tactics, which was just sticking towards the outside of the map, and it took me a long time to explain that, apparently. So now, since that took forever, I'm gonna just do a quick run through and show some common areas, which is why I just went ahead and started up here. People like to snipe from up here, and if you don't know where I am, this is the building where C is, and you can get onto this roof if you don't know, just by pretty much just jumping up here. And right here is actually a good place for a tactical insertion if you want to keep spawning over here, say if you're trying to get C, or if you're just trying to defend C, or if you just like sniping up here. But you can make the jump back up, so don't worry about that if you accidentally fall down there. Just run through here real quick. Always make sure you check around this area for people who like to sit. I found it's not that common of an area for people, but you know, you should never rush blindly anywhere. Every now and then you'll get people sniping from this roof. Like I said with that other area, it's not that common, but I mean, some people will do it. I don't know what I was in there, but anyway, moving on. B, of course, gonna be people up here in this loft. I don't like that they put this half of the loft up here, because I mean, if you look out here, okay, yes, it can snipe this building, but pretty much the only use it gets in game is people like to sit up here and camp. I mean, at least this half of the loft, it's a pretty common sniper area because it overlooks C, the middle of the map, and get a good view into estate over by the greenhouse. Now, this ledge, just all along the edge of the cliff here, it's a pretty common area. People like to snipe or just sit up here with assault rifles. Another one that isn't too common, but at the same time is not rare. People like to just sit in the truck bed and wait for you to come up this hill. And one that I'm seeing is becoming more and more popular is getting on top of the boathouse. Which apparently I just don't know how to do. But I keep seeing people up there, so I know it's possible. I just don't know how they do it. I have to look that up at some point. But I never plan on going up there, so I'm probably not going to worry about it. Like I said in the flanking tutorial, there'll generally be snipers here, campers up here, snipers in the living room. Pretty much this estate is, I always like to go into the estate assuming that there's going to be 3 to 5 people in there somewhere. Every now and then you'll see people get on top of the greenhouse, and if you don't know how to do that, you just come up here. You can, it might take me a few tries here, but you can jump onto this bar. I'm a noob, so forgive me for that, but there it goes. You can just walk up here. And if you're ever sniping, it's not that bad of a spot. You're extremely visible, so make sure you kill them before they can see you. But if you need a quick getaway, you can always just shoot the floor under you. every now and then you'll get people sniping from up here, but unfortunately this is also used as a nice camping spot. You'll always get a dickbag that just likes to sit on top of this waterfall and wait. Not exactly sure where the exact spot is, but assuming it's up here. Oh, yeah, people, they'll just sit up here and wait for you. Pretty much, Estate is a pretty balanced map, not only in terms of the camping not being as ridiculous as a lot of other maps. Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of corners that people can camp behind, but that's going to happen anyway. There's no, like, areas like in Skid Row or other places like that where the only purpose of the spot is to camp. But yeah, and so not only is it pretty balanced in the fact that there's no real douchebag camping spots, it's pretty good for just about any playstyle. You can snipe effectively here. If you know what you're doing, you can flank effectively. There's ways that you can stay primarily close quarters for submachine gunning and shotguns, unless you're using the god guns, in which case any range is okay because those guns are ridiculous. And just because it looks like there's a couple minutes left on this video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you a spot. Me and a guy I work with, Prophet Said, we're just hanging out in a private match goofing off, and he got up to this spot on accident, so I just want to show it to you. I don't know if other people know about this or not. It's not a good spot, it's just something we found on accident. For all those people who think you can't get onto that wall, you can. It's pretty useless, except for the fact that people don't expect it. So, you can kind of just guard this area. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't intended to let you get on to this wall, because when I watched Prophet Said do it, your feet are like inside the wall. And I know what people are thinking. Like, hey, you can get on top of that roof. No one ever expects that. No, you can't. They didn't think enough to prevent you from getting onto the wall, but they apparently thought enough that if you did manage to get onto the wall, they're still not going to let you onto the house. I mean, I've tried a lot of different things. Like, when you try to jump, it'll do that weird, like, hesitate thing where you hit some sort of invisible wall. So while I'm on there, I like to plant a tac-insertion and see what happens. At least have a tac-insertion just kind of, I don't know if that's sitting in the bush or... Nope, that is a tactical insertion just floating in midair. So you can just kind of sit up here in a shower of sparks, I guess. But just to show you what happens when you spawn on that tac insertion. Okay, I guess blowing up the car wasn't a good idea. And it looks like you're on the roof. But you still can't move. You still fall down immediately. And I'm try that again real quick just to see if maybe you can walk along that edge when you respawn. Loading tac-insertion. Oh my god, hacks! Hacks! He's a cheating motherfucker! That truck was apparently built for tough. Yeah, as soon as you try to move, you kind of just fall. So no matter what you do, you're not getting onto this roof. You can't jump forward onto those ledges. I wanted to show this wall jump for the simple fact of I thought it was interesting, but now I think I might regret it because it looks like a spot where people might just like to sit here and camp and kind of stop people from going there. The only useful thing is if people are sniping over in that C building, and if you can get it to stay up there for just long enough, you can kind of shoot them down real quick and they won't see it coming. And I'm running out of time on this video now. And that was pretty much all I have to show you. So, tally ho!